Happy Friday, and I'm going to continue on with my course, how to set up your content online. So yesterday I discussed with you, and I think I've got it here, if you go to the website, educatoronlineresources.yolosite.com, if you go under online resources, first in your creating your online course, you need to identify your goals, gather your content. So I went through 1 and 2 yesterday, so I'm going to go through it a little bit more today. So with my content, I am PrintEd accredited. I teach graphic communications. So for my class, I have it set up. This is how I've got my graphic arts class. I've got my syllabus here with my learning standards. They are PrintEd, so I got them from a national accreditation site. And then I've got what I want the students to learn divided into units. So I've got Unit 1, which is Chapter 1, Unit 2, so on and so on. Now when you're going to put this online, you want to make sure it's simplified and it's able to be done online using resources. So for me, I'm going to go with Unit 6 because that's where I last left off. It's Chapter 17 about finishing and binding. I have my chapters on all my units separated into images, learning assignments, online books and videos, and then the quiz. So if I go under my learning assignments, this is what I originally had for them to do, but I had them to do this in the classroom. So they'd have to go through and explain the terms in printing, folding types. So these are my objectives for this chapter. Summarize process needed for binding. So those are my objectives. Now going through this, I have several activities where they had to answer questions, identify information, and match. I had that doing for finishing equipment, and there's my rubric. And then binding operations, again, had the same thing. I also had, not just for binding, I had for assembling a coloring book, which we didn't have a chance to do since we were online, identifying tools, then again, figuring out pricing, and identifying printing registration marks. So doing that, when we were going to do it in the classroom, a lot of this stuff we aren't able to do. So I revised it. So my new one is students can identify finishing and binding operations. So what I did is I combined all the 1 through 7 into one assignment. And so for the assignment, I'm going to upload this to a learning management system. And the students are going to use the online book and presentations to answer the questions about the finishing and binding. So they're going to answer these questions. They're identify these using, I've also got a video for finishing and binding operations. They're going to give the definition for these and then match the images with them. And then this last couple, you're going to identify the registration, trim, bleed, and fold. And the last one, I've got them putting in a definition and then matching the image with it. So this is how I took the whole chapter or the whole learning assignment that I did in class and revised it to an online class or online. This is just adapting it. Okay, it's not modifying it too much. So once you get it like that, if you are looking for resources, again, if you go to the website, there's a lot of online resources I give you. Learning management system, the one I'm going to probably use tomorrow is going to be Schoology, or Monday, I should say. And then a lot of screen capture. The screen capture I'm using right now is Screenomatic. Most of these are free. And then if you're looking for resources, here's a whole bunch of resources, and I try to divide them. OER Commons is open education resources, and it has a variety there. I tried to break them down into categories like career and technical, fine arts, foreign language, health and wellness, and I'm still updating. I've got history and social science, and my last one I think is music, science. I've got to put science up there, and math. So those are my 2 that I've got. I think, did I do math? No, I didn't do math yet. So I'm going to upload those, but I also give you other online resources to help you out. If you look, any students you have in high school or elementary school and you're looking for ways to help them, resources, these are some different resources I found online, I have linked to. These are also resources for elementary, middle, and high school that show you how to edit content to make it remote. Other things you can do is a virtual field trip, and I've selected a few virtual field trips here. So this one's art, and I gave you some activities that you can do. This is an aquarium. You can visit aquariums and then they give you a free lesson plan and worksheet that the students can do online. For social science and history, you can have them travel the world and then, hey, answer some of these questions, create a postcard. And you've got some for a zoo if you want to do some science. This way, if they're stuck in the house, that gives them opportunities to explore outside if they can't get out there. So it's a virtual field trip and zoo lesson plans. Other things I have going on, I give you free schools clip art, gamification, way to gamify your classroom, presentation software. I tend to choose Prezi because I think PowerPoint is overdone. And then give you some websites with some videos. Many of them are free, and you can link your content to these videos. So I want you to try to find this weekend a time that you can find the course material you want, just use for a week. Let's start with week 1, okay? You might have planned, like I have, your whole year on all the units you want to teach. And currently, I ended on unit 14 before the outbreak. So I'm going to adapt my curriculum and get rid of 15 and 16. And hopefully they can do it online at home. If they can't, then they can do it when they come back. And then they've got 17 in May and then 18 in May to do. So that's just how I've got mine figured out. Try to figure it out and organize yours into a figuration that you can do from start to finish. Once you get that figured out, then tomorrow, on Monday, sorry, I keep saying tomorrow, enjoy the weekend. Spend time with your family, relax. It might be a little coolish, warm wherever you're at. Try to get outside if you have a chance. All right? I will review on Monday and we'll try to do our storyboard.